Alright folks, here we are at the park. It's 11:30, so a bit earlier than 12 tonight, but that's fine. Right, we'll have a little walk around. Right, first topic for tonight is the way people are getting overexcited about Man United's 4-1 win over Newcastle. Calm down, Jesus Christ. Calm down. In the 83rd minute, it was 1-1. The game could have gone either way. Newcastle were quite poor, really, compared to how they have been, so therefore let's not get overly excited. So yes, in the last 10 minutes of the match, United managed to score 3 goals. Newcastle could have scored 3 goals in the last 10 minutes. Would that have made much of a difference? Yeah. What would you have been saying then? Mollie out? Mollie has to go, whereas United scored 3 goals in the last 10 minutes. Mollie in now. Yeah, that fickle. Yeah, of course you are. Stop being fickle. It wasn't a great performance in any way, shape or form. Yeah, by Bruno, yeah, he was good. But, come on. And talking about the fact that Mata was good. Mata's slow. Mata cost United a goal. They could have been 1-0 up a lot earlier when Bruno scored a brilliant goal. But Mata wandered offside and couldn't be bothered to get his arse back on side. Too slow. Too old, too slow. Just couldn't do it. Now, that was him. That was down to him. Yeah, that loss of a goal was down to him. If he had just got his act together, got back on side, he's an old enough player, he's a wise enough player, he should know if he's offside or not. He should know that. He should know to look around to be able to see if he's offside, especially if his teammate has a chance to score. Riley, come, now. Come, mate. Good boy. So, come on. Be realistic about it. McTominay was rubbish. Fred was average. Not great. Maguire won a few headers. Yeah, finally. Blinking, not. Let's not pretend he's the best defender in the world because he's finally managed to actually get a few headers in. How many has he missed? How many times have we talked about the fact that Maguire is supposed to be the good header of the ball, and yet he's nowhere near the ball most of the time? That when he should be getting his head on it, he's just standing there. He's not actually, pushing himself into that position. Being the commander that he should be in there. Finally, he puts in a half decent performance, and now all of a sudden, he's now Van Dijk. Well, no, he isn't, clearly. That's another thing. The Everton goalkeeper should be banned for at least 3 games after that challenge on Van Dijk. I mean, ridiculous that VAR didn't pick that up. As far as I know, the FA can still do that. They can still penalise him for that, and they should do. Mine's got a empty bottle, very noisy one. Yes. I mean, VAR, oh dear, some of the decisions that VAR was making. Crazy decisions, eh? Okay. Yeah, incredibly mad decisions making. Liverpool one where it was offside. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it used to be a case you had to be beyond the defender. Now level is offside. How is level offside? If you're level, you're onside. Surely you must be onside because you're not beyond the defender. Beyond means off. There you go. That's supposed to be the offside rule. But then again, what part of your anatomy? They're trying to show a line, but the camera quality isn't good enough to actually pick them up. So how on earth can that be counted? You've got to say no goal. You've got to be in favour of attacking. There's too much protection on defenders and goalkeeper. In the middle of the pitch, If someone barges into someone, that's fine. You barge into a defender in the penalty box, defender gets a free kick. You even go near the goalkeeper gets a free kick. So what happens in the middle of the pitch cannot happen in the penalty area. Now, again, either it shouldn't happen on the pitch at all, or it can happen anywhere on the pitch. Because what you're doing is utterly ridiculous. When you're saying that you've got to protect defenders and goalkeepers. In a way, you've got to actually protect the attackers. Because it really is the forwards that are the ones who are going to make the runs. They're the ones that have got to be sprinting, to try it and get that ball. Suddenly the defender shoulder barges him. He goes bloody flying. And the referee says, oh, fair play. If a forward does that to a defender, that's a free kick. It is a free kick if a forward does that to a defender. But a defender does it to a forward, no, that's fine. And then you've got obstruction, where someone intentionally puts themselves between the ball and the opposition player and stops the other player from getting the ball. Makes no attempt to kick the ball themselves. That's obstruction. You're not actually involved in the game of football when you're doing that, really, because you're not trying to play the ball. The game is called football. It's not called body person, it's called football. You're supposed to be trying to play the ball. Now, yes, if you're trying to play the ball, maybe you can shield the ball. But if you're just letting the ball roll out and you're basically wrestling the bloody forward to stop the forward from being able to get the ball, that is just ridiculous. Come on. How on earth is that fair? It really is crazy the way football has gone, that defenders can do whatever they want, but if a forward does the same bloody thing, that would be a foul. Still saying it. Again, you have forwards who dive in the box. Now again, a dive, if it can be proven it's a dive, even with VAR, if there's no contact and it's a dive, red card. It's cheating. If they're cheating, red card. Don't muck around, that's a red card offence. You've got a bot now. Yeah, it did go in there. Yeah. Oh, well, as I say, that's my little rant about football. I mean, football does seem to be mad. It really does, as I say. If a defender can behave in a way that is okay, but if a forward behaves in the same way and that's a free kick, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Why should a defender be offered this more protection than a forward should be? Yeah, why should a defender be offered more protection than someone in midfield? Or if that defender is in the midfield position, he can be shoulder barged off the ball. That's fine. Do it in the box. Oh, no, that's not okay. Excuse me? That's just insane. Have a rule that's simple to follow. If you're cheating, then it's a foul. It should be, if you're cheating, straight red. Yeah, if you make the sort of foul that Pickford made, trying to, I don't know what the earth he was trying to do with that. I really haven't got the foggiest notion with that challenge with Van Dijk. I mean, that was quite vicious, really, when you think about it. That looked quite bad. That should have been a straight red. Straight red. Penalty, straight red. And the FA should still give it at least as a red. 3-game suspension, at least. I mean, as I say, the offside thing, well, just make it obvious. Just simplify the rules to make it obvious. If you're beyond, then it's offside. If it can't be proved that you're beyond, well then, that's fine. That's got to be counted as fine. That should be the rules, Just let the game go. Just let the game play, basically. Yeah. Referees are trying to do that, but with VAR now, a goal is scored, and then 5 minutes later, VAR says yes, a goal. But they have to wait for VAR to say yes, a goal. VAR is supposed to only pick up the things that the referee has missed, and therefore call the game back. So referee, get on with the bloody game. Don't hold the game up until VAR comes back with a decision. You are the ref. You make a decision. If you make the wrong one, then VAR will inform you. And then you take the game back. Now, they've got to get better at looking at things, obviously, because, it's no good really of them saying, well, 5 minutes after the event, when the game has already continued and someone else has scored a goal up the other end, we've got to put it back because that should have been a penalty. So anything that happened afterwards didn't happen now, because that challenge in the box that wasn't given as a penalty should have been a penalty, so we're going to now have it as a penalty, and therefore it would have been there for, if the goal penalty was scored, it would have been restarting the game from the centre spot, the kick-off again. So chances that goal would have been gone in at the other end is slim, so we've got to cancel that. VAR, you've got 20 seconds to come in and say bad decision by the ref. If it's not obvious, shut up. If it's obvious, you'll spot it within 20 seconds. If it's not obvious, shut up. Doesn't matter. Let the game go. The job of VAR is to spot the obvious, not to look at anything that isn't obvious. If the referee is struggling, then look at the video evidence. That's cool. But the referee can request that if he wants to. Again, if players surround the referee, then the referee needs to book the players. Like if players are demanding the referee give someone a player a yellow card, the referee should give them a yellow card. That'll stop all that. You start demanding I give this player a yellow card and you get a yellow card for that, you're not going to be demanding it anymore, are you? You're going to be shutting your mouth. You won't be saying a thing. No. Of course you won't. You'll be keeping very, very stum, won't you? That's the reality there. Very, very stum. You won't be saying a word. Oh, there you go. Right, now the Christian stuff. Ooh, here we go. Basically, going on from the video I made earlier, all I'm going to say about that really, adding on to it, is I've said before, and I'll probably have to say it again, if you believe that God is impressed with the church the way it is, you are deluded. And I hope you're going to be corrected fairly soon. Because what I hope to happen is that God is going to make it absolutely and totally obvious and clear that he is not impressed with the way the church has been doing things. Hopefully he's going to make it clear that he's not impressed at all with the way that things have been done. Because anything less than that means that things are unlikely to change. Why is that? Well, unless God makes it obvious to people that things have to change, that it's not good enough, people won't change. Change is difficult. People won't volunteer for difficult unless they have to. That's the reality. So unless God makes it absolutely obvious that things have to change that are not good enough, they won't change. Oh, I mean, come on. I know change isn't easy. I mean, for me, my own situation, I did a video a while back where in that video, God had helped me to understand it's not about me. And that, it just isn't about me. It's not supposed to be. So I got annoyed about something about 5 days after that, and was driving down to the shops, and on my way down, God, are you going to do something about this? Then within 30 seconds, just realised, Lord, you do what you want to do. Simple. Not about me, is it? And then, you know, more, you just get to the understanding. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not about me. Any of the things that used to be annoying just aren't annoying anymore. It's not about me. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Doesn't matter. Even when other people try and make it about you, it's not about you. It doesn't matter. That's what changes. Now, you know, even when we're changing, yeah, for example, you give up smoking. There are going to be times when, you know, you're really tempted to have a cigarette. That is quite likely. I mean, some people have it where they dream of themselves smoking. And they wake up thinking, what the heck was that? Am I smoking again? Oh no, it's only a dream, thank God. Right? Now, I gave up smoking a year ago. I've had no temptation to start smoking again. Not really. I've got cigarettes still in a drawer. I've got tobacco and a whizzers and a lighter. And, well, a number of lighters. Basically everything I had before is still there. I've got tobacco in a tobacco tin. Still there. Some in a pouch. Whizzers, all that lot. Still there. I haven't chucked it away. Just leave it there. Why? Don't need to. I'm choosing not to smoke. I've stopped. I chose not to. There's no temptation, really. I mean, there's times that I think, yeah, when things get a bit too much for you, you think I might as well start smoking again. But you don't. You don't. Again, you've got learned behaviour. And when you've got learned behaviour takes a while to change. You know, I said on checkout, I saw a video earlier called Lonely by Bieber, Justin Bieber. Lovely video. Lovely song. Beautiful song. I mean, it really is probably one of the most honest songs he's written about himself, about what he's experienced, about what he's going through. Yeah. Harsh song. Difficult song. Even to listen to, it's a difficult song. Because he's being honest. Get loose. You get it, Bubba. Chewie, leave it. It's Lucy's. That's Lucy's, isn't it? You get it, Luce. I think it's a sock. So, I said in that, yeah, because part of the thing in the song is saying that all of what he's going for, nobody's listening to him. Yeah, there's no one to talk to. There's no one listening. And I said about change. And I left him a message just saying, look, you know, if you're trying to change, I said, you've got to be patient with yourself. Yeah, there was one song he did called Holy. I said, if you're trying to be holy, you've got to be patient with yourself because, you know, you go from the old man to the new. The old man has to die for the new man to grow. Well, that's true. Oh, yeah. And I said, yeah. I said, in the issue of listening, I said, Yeshua is always listening. And I said, look, you're not a boy anymore. You're now a man. I said, good luck with that. And God bless. Yeah, good luck with that. You're going to need it. But Holy is a lovely song, again, by him. You know, listen, look at him. Go on YouTube. You know, type in Justin Bieber, go onto his YouTube page and look at the song Lonely. What's that? And what's the one called Holy? Lovely songs. It seems as if he may be, I don't know. I mean, I certainly think from the song Lonely, he went through an awful lot when he was younger. I mean, he says in the song that obviously he's suddenly got this fortune and fame, and that maybe the cost of that is that you go through all that crap. You know, that you're judged left, right, and centre as a stupid little boy all the time, and he was. Now, imagine from his point of view. Yeah, he was what, 14, 15 when he first started? Yeah, maybe a bit older, but not much. Incredibly young. Now again, the people that sort of brought him into that world, you know, these rappers, they should have stood by him. They should have helped him a lot more than what they did. That's a certainty. Amber, come. Good girl. But yeah, look at those songs. They are gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. Yeah, so he's got a good voice. He does have a good voice. I've always liked his music, really. Well, he did songs, you know, when he was younger and a bit more sort of boppy. And I like those. They were good sort of dance songs. They were good songs to work out to. I can't tell you what songs they are right now because I don't know. I've got them on my playlist, but what they're called, I can't tell you. The early ones, like Baby, that was a good song. Oh yeah, that was a good song. He did a good job with it. Yeah, a good bit of. I mean, as I say, he's had a good voice, young voice. He still has that young voice. But he's now a grown man. Yeah. Still a young man. He's not an old man, is he? He's still a young man. But yeah, I mean, he's experienced a lot already in these short years. My God, he really has. Now, as I say, it seems as if during that time, that person keeps on getting out of the car, getting in the car, out the car, in the car, out the car, in the car, out the car, in the car. Maybe it's getting a bit hot in the car, I don't know. Weird. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully, I hope he's coming to a position where he is becoming holy, where he's starting to realise that he needs God in his life. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. Yep. Yeah. On the opposite spectrum, you've got Billie Eilish, and Billie Eilish is the female version of Bieber, really. You know, started incredibly young. 14, I think she was when she started, when she had her first massive hit. 14 years of age, had her first massive hit. I mean, that's like, wow. But for her, she's had her brother with her all the time. That makes such a difference. You know, all the songs are him and her. They work together on everything, and he's always there. You know, that's going to make such a difference. Yeah, that's probably why her head is a bit more level compared to what Bieber's head was at 18 years of age. He didn't probably have that. Yeah. I mean, in that video, Stuck With You, you can see his girlfriend. Very lovely lady. And they seem to be in love, so that's great. Fantastic. Hope it works for them. Yeah. Yeah, as I say, yeah, I like him. And Ariana Grande, who did that Stuck With You, who was a female vocalist on it. Again, lovely voice. Seems to be a lovely lady. She was the one who was doing that Manchester concert when the bomber decided he was going to try and kill a load of people, and did. And she put the massive concert on. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the fact of the matter is, obviously, she was immensely hurt by what happened. She probably felt partly responsible, even though she was not responsible in any way, shape or form. Yeah, if there was 1,000,000 degrees of responsibility, she wasn't even 1% of 1,000,000 responsible for that in any way, shape or form. It was all the arsehole who carried out the bombing. So, yeah. I'd say she is a very beautiful woman. Grande. Yeah, she seems to have a good sense of humour as well. Because I've seen her on programmes where... And she can sing. Oh, she can certainly sing. But I've seen her on programmes, I think it was Fallon. Fallon, oh. I'm not overly keen on Fallon. Yeah, I mean, he's okay. But he's one of these people who's got a sense of humour that's not great. He seems to rate himself a bit higher than what he is. But his wife, oh. You know, during lockdown, he was then walked with his wife, and she is a beautiful woman. So, I mean, he seems to be a lovely man, Fallon. He really does. Seems to be a lovely man, but he's one of these people where he's a talk show host, and he sort of tries desperately to be a comedian. And, you know, he's a sort of... Again, he can sort of sing, but he can't, if you know what I mean. But he sort of can, you know. He sort of imitates singers. But he does this thing with her, where they're both imitating singers. And, yeah, it's good, and she's very good, very, very good at it. She really is. So, as I say, she can clearly sing, that girl. So, good. Lucy, shift your butt. Go on, Lucy. Oh no, I put something in your pocket earlier. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I put it in the bin? I must have put it in the bin. Yeah, I put it in the bin earlier. Cool. Okay. Yeah. No, as I said in the thing earlier about music, music is incredibly important. Incredibly important. I mean, that's why angels play, music to God. That's why they've got, apparently harpists now. I'm not sure if they've got harpists, because, I mean, harps are nice, but there are far better musical instruments than harps, really. Although, they're angels, they've been playing for thousands of years, maybe they can play a harp far, far better than any human being can. I'd imagine they probably can, because I imagine they've had many more years of practice. But my point is, yes, music is incredibly important, and it can be a real blessing. Especially when done well, Yeah. And one of the beauties with that Stuck With You song was the video. You got a video where you partly see Grande with a dog, which is really sweet. You see Bieber with his girlfriend. They're going on a walk and stuff like that. But then you see all these other people dancing with their dogs and their cats and their kids with each other. Beautiful. All these people that are on lockdown, and where their life has basically stopped, and they haven't seen their friends for ages, but they're having some fun. And as a video, beautiful. Gorgeous song. I mean, it's a love song. It's a great love song. Certainly a great COVID love song. It's basically talking about being stuck with you because you can't get away from this person because you're stuck together. COVID lockdown. There you go. So, I think that's what the song was actually wrote about. Which again, brilliant thinking by the writer. Very quick thinking. Now who's missing? Wait, Chewie! Chewie! There he is. There's Chew. Hello, Mr. Chew. wonder where he was, mate. It was you that was missing. Found you. Starting to get the problem again with him. When he's so far away, you just can't see his collar. Because his hair gets in the way. His big fluffy hair. Well, as I say, yeah, music is... Oh, yeah, I listened to the best of 1984 earlier. And every now and again, you hear a song and it just... Oh, that's a wonderful song. Oh, yeah, I love that song. And it just brings it back. That, yeah, I love that song. That was a great song. One of them was a song called Young at Heart by the Bluebells. Brilliant song. Just such a wonderful, happy summer song. You know, really, really cheerful, happy summer song. Fantastic. Would fit in now. If that song would come out in the summer, I'm blinking sure it would be high up in the charts. Great song. Really cheerful, lovely song. Amber, Riley, come this way. Come, babes. Yeah, then Hall Notes, Out of Touch. That song, fantastic song. Yeah, Hall Notes, great group. Yeah, Man Eater, fantastic song. Brilliant. Then you've got Depeche Mode and groups like that. New Order. Fantastic groups in the day. Madness. Wow. Riley. Oi, I'm waiting for you. Come on, hurry up. This way. Yeah, we're waiting. See all the other dogs over there? Been waiting for you, haven't we? Eh? Nutter. Yeah, Pat Benatar. Again, Love is a Battlefield. Wow, what a song. Now that wasn't 84. No, I know that wasn't 84. But she did another one in 84. But Love is a Battlefield was a beautiful song. So, wow. That was a fantastic song, that was. But again, Pat Benatar, great voice. You know, Sade, great voice. Yeah, Ordinary Love. I think that's a song, Ordinary Love, wasn't it? By her? Or No Ordinary Love, I think it's called. No Ordinary Love, yeah. I mean, that is a gorgeous song. That song talks to me about the love that God has for us. And if you listen to that song and you think about it from the point of view of God's love for us, boom, that song just explodes. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. And as a love song, it's gorgeous. Hi, we were blessed massively in that period. Really blessed. You know, the artists and the music, you know, Adam and the Ants in the early 80s. Ant music. I mean, you know, I was, I think, 11 or 12 when that song came out. For a boy of 11 or 12, you couldn't get a better song. Oi, Mollie, enough. All you're doing is making noise, packing up, trying to do a video, you nutter. Yeah, because he's dressed as a pirate. Now, you look at that video and music. Pirates of the Caribbean. You look at Johnny Depp's character. What's the likelihood they took some of that character from Adamant? Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? But again, the song. You know, perfect song for a 12-year-old. You know, he's dressed in, you know, dress up as a pirate. Yeah. Oi! Either take it or leave it. Right, walk away. Leave it loose. Leave it loose. Lucy, walk away. Leave it. That's it. Yeah, don't you start shouting. Leave it now. That's too noisy, that bottle. Annoying. Shut your mouth. Noisy dog. That told her. There you go. Shut your mouth. Yes. Yeah. Let's say, oh, the music. Fantastic. But as I said before, that was also the time when we had a massive influx of homosexual artists flaunting homosexuality. Not just the point of, because we had homosexual artists in the 70s. Of course we did. But it was nothing like Boy George or some of the other groups, Bronski Beat, lead singer with that, definitely gay. Didn't try to hide it, and great. Well, that's okay. But I say, that was at the time when there was this massive push then come after that of, having homosexuality being accepted as natural and all that, which, okay. But of course, what's come of it now? We're now in a situation where, but that all started really in the 1980s with this new age stuff coming through and the pop music coming through after that. I mean, we didn't take much notice of it then. We didn't. The only thing we had then was that discussion as to whether Boy George was a female or a male. Most people figured out fairly quickly, male, not female. But there were some around our age, of 10 or 11, that were a bit confused, couldn't figure out whether male or female. Some did think female. Because wearing a dress. Aye. That was really it. But no, I mean, certainly as a younger person at the time, we didn't bother about the fact that there was this obvious homosexuality push at the time in music. We didn't care. Looking back on it, should we have cared? I don't know. I mean, no, not really. I mean, I certainly think we need to, put a bit of sensible on what's happening now. You got, what's that singer? The singer who did the song Diamonds. My Diamonds Stay With You, that bloke. Song called Diamonds, anyway. He was one of these ones who's like to be called they or them now. He's not male, he's not female, he's they or them. So, Jesus Christ, mate. Come on. Now you're pushing it just too far. It's that stupidness. But I say, that all came from the 80s. Oh, dear. No, as I say, the left wing has really pushed massively in a direction that society has to fight back on. Has to, really. You've got this situation where people are trying to say that, a woman doesn't exist anymore because a trans woman is a woman. So it's got nothing to do with biology. Now, so nothing to do with being born a woman. You're a woman if you say you're a woman, basically. So you don't even need the operation, you just need to say you're a woman. And that makes you a woman. Really? That's just, come on. Pushed it way too far. Yes, of course, if you're in love with somebody, completely in love with someone, and you're in a relationship with someone, should you have the same rights that two people of opposite gender should have? Yeah. If you're talking about legal rights, then yes. Because from a legal point of view, the laws of a country shouldn't be penalise you because of your choice of partner. That shouldn't happen. So legally speaking, you should have the same rights. But does that mean that we can go into ridiculousness all the time? And say there are countries, I think it's Canada, isn't it, who's basically trying to put a law in to say you can be arrested for not using the pronoun that someone wants to be known as. So if someone says to you that you have to call them they and you don't, you can be charged with basically a hate crime for not doing that. And that is just insane. Yeah, we basically have a tiny percentage of the population ruling the rest of us now, telling us how we can behave. Yeah, it's just insane, absolutely insane. So that's not good, but that's something that we have it, and we have it because people stayed silent before. Now maybe they should have stayed silent before, maybe they shouldn't. It doesn't matter, they did. That's happened, that's in the past. What should we do now? That's the key. We shouldn't stay silent now just because we stayed silent before. Yeah. Did someone ask that question, well, why didn't you speak up before? Well, we should have done. We didn't, and we were wrong not to, maybe. Or maybe we shouldn't have done. Doesn't matter, that was before, this is now. Yeah, the situation we're facing now is not what we were facing before. Not in any way, shape or form. We're now getting to a point of where we're now saying that gender doesn't matter. We're now basically saying to kids, you can choose your gender. Incredibly young children are being taught in schools that they can choose their gender. Oh, jeez. Life is confusing enough for kids. You're telling them they can choose their own gender? Really? No. No, they can't do that. I'm sorry, in what level can they do that? But again, try and argue it, because I've had arguments with people who have said children, very young children, can be baptised. They're old enough to make a decision as to whether they want to give their lives to God, and whether they are mature enough to make that decision properly is something that shouldn't be argued. So if that's the case, then surely at the same age they can decide whether they want to be classed as male or female. That a female can decide, or a male can decide, that he should be classed as a female because he feels a bit more female. Maybe that's the case. Because certainly from a Christian point of view, you can't be arguing in any way, shape or form that someone is mature enough to give their life to God, but then say they're not mature enough to decide as to whether whether they want to be counted as male or female. Get your nose out of that. Now, matters. It's a whole rabbit hole of stupidity, basically. Open this box. It's dangerous. Pandora's box of stupidity, isn't it, really? You open it and the whole world gets flooded with idiotic stupidity. Well, we opened it in the 80s. We did, and it was connected to music, but it wasn't really the music that was the problem. It wasn't really the people that were the problem either. You can't blame Boy George for what's happening right now. You can't. I mean, as I say, he, again, decent singer. He did some good songs, I suppose. For the time he did, yeah. But there you go. So, a bit of controversy at the end there. So, there you go. You take care. God bless. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.